Futures trading is absolutely blowing up, and with so many firms out there with different rules, payout structures, and challenges, it can be hard to know which one to choose. That's why we started this series breaking down the top prop firms with 100% unbiased stats based on real trader feedback. In this video, we're looking at 3 of the most popular firms on Prop Firm Match voted by traders. The firms we'll be looking at are Tradeify, Alpha Futures, and My Funded Futures. Now, stay tuned to the very end of this video because we will be doing an account challenge giveaway and you're going to want to know how to enter. Okay, so now that you know who we're dealing with, let's check out how their challenges stack up. We'll be comparing their 50K one-step challenges from each firm, looking at the price, the rules, and their trading conditions. And to keep it fair, we'll use Tradeify Growth Plan, the Alpha Futures Standard Plan, and My Funded Futures Flex Plan. So now let's go through the categories to see where each firm shines. So for their prices and activation fee, for Tradeify, they do not have an activation fee, but for Alpha Futures, there is a $149 activation fee, and then for My Funded Futures, there is no activation fee as well. In terms of the max contract size, for Tradeify, the max contracts that you can have is 4 minis or 40 micros. For Alpha Futures, it would be 5 minis or 50 micros, and then for My Funded Futures, it is 5 minis or 50 micros as well. For the profit target, they all have the exact same profit target of that $3,000, and for the max loss type, all of the accounts are end of day trailing. Again, for the max loss, all of these counts are identical with that $2,000 max loss for the account. Now, in terms of a profit split, this is where we start to see one of our major differences. For Tradeify, you get a 90% profit split. For Alpha Futures, you get a 70% profit split. And for My Funded Futures, you get an 80% profit split. So in terms of profit split, Tradeify is going to give you the most bang for your buck. For max payout, Tradeify has $1,500 for the first payout. You can see the second payout is up to $2,000. The third payout is up to $2,500. The fourth payout up to $3,000. And the sixth payout onwards up to $25,000 per account. For the Alpha Futures, it has a max payout of $15,000, and for My Funded Futures, $5,000. You may request 50% of your net profits per payout. In terms of their consistency rule, for the evaluation, Tradeify does not have one, but on the funded, they do have a 35% consistency. It says no consistency on the challenge. A trader's profit on any single day cannot exceed 35% of total profits on the funded stage. For Alpha Futures, they do have a 50% consistency for the evaluation and a 40% consistency. It says any trader's profit cannot exceed 50% of the total profit on the challenge and 40% on qualified funded standard account. For My Funded Futures, they do have a 50% consistency rule for their evaluation, and then they do not have one on their funded stage. For the payout frequency, for Tradeify, you get 5 days with a minimum profit of $150. For Alpha Futures, is every 14 days provided the 40% consistency rule, and then for My Funded Futures, it's 5 winning days of $150 minimum, and you will get 101 loyalty points if you purchase through Prop Firm Match and use code MATCH. You get 148 loyalty points using Alpha Futures, and then 141 points with My Funded Futures. If you use code MATCH, you'll only have to pay $97.30 per month for the Tradeify 50K end of day trailing account. For the Alpha Futures account with the $149 activation fee, if you use code MATCH, you'll only have to pay $59.25 a month for the challenge fee. And then for My Funded Futures, this is going to be $107 monthly for their challenge fee. Now that we've seen what the challenge parameters look like, let's take a look at what actual traders are saying. I'll be using Prop Firm Match's review section, so let's go through the categories to see where each firm shines. In terms of rules, Tradeify ranks in at a 4.7, while My Funded Futures ranks in at a 4.6, and Alpha Futures at a 4.5. For customer care, Tradeify comes in at a 4.8, with My Funded Futures at a 4.6, and Alpha Futures just slightly ahead with a 4.7. Again, with Tradeify, another 4.8 for their user friendliness. You got a 4.6 for user friendliness for My Funded Futures and a 4.6 for Alpha Futures as well. In terms of their payout process, Tradeify has a 4.8 here as well. My Funded Futures has a 4.7 and Alpha Futures has a 4.7 as well. So in terms of their overall rankings, Tradeify comes in with a 4.8 overall ranking. My Funded Futures comes in with a 4.6 overall ranking, and Alpha Futures comes in with a 4.6 also. So now we're going to take a look at these firm rules. With Tradeify, they have a good faith policy. It says Tradeify operates on a mutual trust between the firm and the trader. Therefore, traders are prohibited from using these strategies that exploit and manipulate errors within the platform. So taking advantage of price displays, exploiting delays in updates, and using technical errors in the services. So their daily loss level increases at a 6% profit. So that is one thing that is important to know. According to their EAs, bots, and their algorithms, Tradeify does allow the use of bots and algorithms under the following conditions. It says ownership, so you must prove that you're the sole owner of the bot or the strategy. Exclusive use, the bot may only be used within Tradeify, so you can't use it across multiple firms. No high frequency trading bots, so no personal HFT bots. Compliance and verification, so Tradeify may request further information or documentation if your account is flagged for potential violations. In terms of micro scalping, this just means that at least 50% of your profits must come from trades held longer than 10 seconds. For their inactivity policy, it says to keep your account, you must place at least one trade per week, Monday through Friday per account. Failure to do so would be a violation, and you could just let them know if you need time off for a vacation or something like that. In terms of copy trading, it is allowed up to 5 accounts provided you activate this feature. Make sure you activate the feature, and only accounts you personally own or manage may be grouped together. News trading, dollar cost averaging, flipping, and scaling are all permitted. They said never use the daily loss limit as a stop loss. The system protection may not be effective during extreme volatility. And it says using the daily loss limit as a stop may cause your account to breach the trailing max drawdown due to slippage in volatile market. So make sure you set a stop loss. But as far as news trading goes, you're all good. Hedging and trading micros and minis rules. So hedging is 100% prohibited for all accounts. Traders are not permitted to trade micro and mini futures contracts simultaneously, and switching between them across different sessions is allowed, but you cannot open or hold both trade types on a position at once. For my funded futures, they have minimum trading days, so you got to have at least 2 days to pass the evaluation and 1 minimum trading day with the add-on for the 50K Pro account. For news trading, they prohibit news trading and exploiting news volatility. It says their Pro Sim funded and their Rapid can't be traded during T1 news events, and you can't have any open orders 2 minutes before or after the news events. For automatic trading protocols and EAs, it says automated strategies are allowed only if they don't exploit simulator fills, and live account automations must follow CME guidelines. For copy trading, you are allowed to use your trade copiers. It says traders may make use of the automated trading strategies tailored to their one specific setting, so long as the automated tools do not aim to exploit the favorable fills offered in a simulated environment. Consistency rules, we went over their consistency rules. They do have a 2% price limit rule, so trading is not allowed when the product is within 2% of its CME price limit. That is very, very important to note. Cross instrument policy, so single instrument limit, it says orders exceeding the allowed contract size for a single instrument will be automatically rejected. Overnight holding is not allowed. Trades will automatically close at 4:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will not result in a breach of the account, which is really good. And then you can see their trading hours here, and then for their inactivity rule, at least 1 trade every 7-day cycle for my funded futures. For Alpha Futures, they do have an all or nothing rule. All or nothing practices are strictly prohibited. It says their average trade duration, consistently just opening and closing positions with less than 2 minutes to make profits without any plan, is prohibited. Gambling tendencies, account rolling, prohibited. Price limit trading, traders are prohibited from trading any product within the 2% of the CME price limit, similar to with my funded futures. In terms of their drawdown adjustment rule, it says withdrawing all of your profits after trailing balance has been adjusted to the account balance will lead to account closure. So you need to leave some room in the account once you're taking your payouts, otherwise it'll just breach the account. So for their withdrawal limit, the maximum withdrawal we've seen was 15,000. For their EAs, the use of AI, bots, and automated trading mechanisms is strictly prohibited with this firm across all account types. So you cannot use any EAs or any bots with Alpha Futures. And then for their inactivity rule, you need to be placing a trade once every 10 days. All right, now it is time for our giveaway question. So comment below which prop firm challenge you plan on trading next. That is all you have to do to enter today's challenge. Understanding these challenges and rule differences can help you pick the best prop firm for your trading style. Some traders prefer to go with flexibility, while others prefer structured constraint if the other benefits are strong. So the question still remains: what is the best prop firm in 2026? This answer depends on your trading goals, your preferences, and your budget. There's no one size fit all solution, which is why we built Prop Firm Match to help you. So if you enjoyed and found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.